Thank you very much. Hi, I'm Ida, and I will be presenting on behalf of the team of the TUE, Rens over here, and also Mengru, Jerry, and Steven. I will be presenting a case study called Root, and we have been working on this during a hackathon of 2 days last year in January. This is the team from all different backgrounds, and I would like to say that the urban environment is very much an aspect that influences our health and well-being. We have, of course, the opportunity to walk around, to sport in the urban environment, but also this might be limited. Not all opportunities are taken. I'm not sure if you found the staircase here. It's over there somewhere. But if it's kind of like tucked away like that, we tend to just take the escalator and leave the staircase behind and will not pay attention to it. So how can we address this challenge? How can we make sure that people make use of the urban environment to increase the health and well-being of the citizens that are there? A recent systematic review of Graves et al. Has shown that there is a lack of interdisciplinarity approaches and solutions to improve the health and well-being in urban planning and design. Creating healthy urban environments is challenging, and it requires, of course, the integration of different expertises and knowledge. And HCI can provide maybe an answer to this gap. You often see the importance of HCI in urban technology increasing in smart technology and smart cities. This is an example in Amsterdam, where the lighting is addressing also how many pedestrians are there. So it will either dim or it will light up depending on the amount of walkers over there. You also have a very nice example of Volkswagen, who introduced the stairs. Who is familiar with this from movement to Mozart design? I think it's a quite well-known example. Although these projects provide a nice illustrative way of the possibilities of technology use in urban settings, we still see that there can be a lot more to gain from technology and urban technology use in the urban environment. So we had a hackathon in Eindhoven. The hackathon was on vitality, and it was primarily for PhD students, PhD candidates from all different disciplines. In the team that I was there with Anne, Jerry, and Mengru, we had those 4 different perspectives on the problem. The problem that was stating during a hackathon, does everyone know what a hackathon is? Is everyone? So a hackathon is a short-term team collaboration around a specific problem, often a real problem in setting, in real-life environment. This time in Eindhoven, the local government posed a challenge for us. They had spent a lot of money on a soccer club, a local soccer club in Eindhoven, but all the members, they had some problems with attracting members, making sure that the new facilities were used to their full potential, but they were not. So there was an empty soccer field, and also they said that, okay, how can we take advantage of the local soccer club, making sure that the environment is used to its full potential and create a healthy neighborhood. So they even put millions in a new stand for the audience to watch the games. And the soccer club was initially very happy with this. However, it turns out that they built it the wrong way. So it was looking into this large field where nothing was happening. So the soccer field was actually on the other side. This was meant to be the 3rd field. However, that took another 15 years, so now recently, a week ago, I found out that they will actually build, after 15 years, this soccer field so that the audience stand will have its function. So during the hackathon, we had 48 hours to come up with a solution for this problem that they stated. We called a lot of people. We called the municipality to gain insights in their policy. We also talked to the volunteers at the sports club. We ideated a lot on different possible outcomes, but the most important part was that we had to look at the different perspectives from all our collaborators, and we made a stakeholder map to see how we could link the problem that the municipality stated to the problems that the soccer club was experiencing. We went to the site, and we actually saw that there were different problems there. Although the problem that the municipality stated had a lot to do with how the soccer club was interacting with the neighborhood, we saw that there was also a lot of issues around safety, and that people were not able to kind of come to the soccer club, so they didn't know who was there, and it wasn't a very remote area, so people were not tended to go there. We had 3 different themes that we build our ideas on, and we also asked the local government, the representative of Eindhoven municipality, to see which direction we should take for our final design. In our final design, we wanted to attract different people from the neighborhood to come to the site. So we did not only want to focus on the people who were attending the soccer club, to the members of the soccer club. We wanted to see how we can include the neighborhood to that whole area. So we designed a lighting system called Route. Route consists of 2 main elements. So the first element is it highlights how many people are using the routes that are laid out outside in the area, and it reflects the amount of people who are running or walking in that area. So when there's no one there, then the lights will be dimmed. If there are a lot of people who are using the routes, then the lights will be brighter in order for people to see how the environment is being used, how the neighborhood is used. So there are 3 different routes from different distances for people to challenge themselves or to see how they can run in different lengths, and also to see how other people are using the running facilities. These routes were based on Strava data, so on running data, the app called Strava. The lights that were displayed alongside the route displayed when people were passing by. So they would light up and they would gradually dim out after a certain amount of time. So people knew that there were people before them running and using the route. So in conclusion, we experienced that the experimental and collaborative nature of a hackathon facilitates the rapid exchange of perspectives and fosters interdisciplinary research and practice in urban planning and design. Although part of this project and the concept of route has not been formally realized, we are using parts of this idea to test this out in Eindhoven as a kind of living lab setting. We are using sensors and systems to increase running experiences in Eindhoven, and we are also looking into how we can stimulate and facilitate office workers to have more walking meetings. So different elements of the route system are being used currently in Eindhoven to test. Thank you.
So can I ask if there's any questions? Okay. So it's a really interesting talk, thank you. One of the things that I was thinking was, it was great with the lights. Did you have any additional solutions, or was that the only one? Just thinking of a hackathon, you might come up with other things, so just wondering if you had any.
Yeah, it's been a while. We had kind of like different ideas. In the end, in the route design, we focused mainly on lights. That's also because we knew about the different projects that were already using that type of technology in the area. But in terms of how we set out the routes, we are using currently just the dotted lines over there. That's just paint. So we were kind of like also looking into different elements there. So, but all visual elements.
Thank you. It was a really good talk. Could you go to the next slide again? Because no, the one at the back, the thank you slide. Because it looks like you had a lot of other ideas what this route could provide. So I think in the slide before, it looked like you could charge your phone or something like that as well, and have some. Here it looks like something to drink you could get. So was this just like the basis? Start with the lights and then go to all the different things you could do. And what ideas did you have?
There are different elements in there. I did leave them out now for the talk. Yeah, but we kind of thought it would also serve as a social node in the area. So therefore we were also thinking the charger we left out in the final design of the paper, but the drinking, the getting to know each other, also making sure that people are able to get their drinks was part of the design, yes.
Hi, thanks for the interesting talk. So I was just wondering, you're talking about soccer to begin with, which is a sort of male-dominated sport, and I was just wondering whether there were any sort of gender considerations and perhaps any more sort of wider considerations here about the sort of the demographics of the area and inclusiveness in physical activity here.
Well, we discussed it while we were mapping out the routes. In terms of the sports club, in the end, we did not really aim for the members of the sports for the soccer club, because we wanted to attract all different people in the neighborhood with running, and of course, running isn't that much a male-dominated sport. When we were looking into how we would map out this, we did run into a problem that Strava, the data from Strava is, of course, a different group of runners than, for instance, a beginner kind of like app. So we looked at that, but in the final design, it was only considered with the mapping of the routes. Yeah.
Any final questions or? Okay, well, thank you very much.